The next video was shared by a young man who reports that after a Ouija board session with his friends, really strange occurrences started to unfold in the home of his family. His parents are out of the house pretty regularly, and for whatever reason, the scariest encounters seem to unfold whenever the young man is staying alone in the house. People speculate that he might have opened a portal into a dark realm. The following was recorded one night, shortly before the man had planned to go to bed.
Gabe? Gabe? It's your mom. You should come out. You've been in there for so long. Gabe? Come out.
Then what's your name then?
It is pretty unclear what exactly is roaming in this house. Many believe, though, that a demon might be trying to lure him out of his room in order to engage in a possession. Could this be the case? Who can say? Now we want to look at the case of Francisco, who started to become a victim of something that would send shivers down anyone's spine. After moving into a new house, it became evident that an evil entity seemed to be dwelling in there. It's late at night, and Francisco begins to hear strange noises outside of his room, and this is where this recording begins.
Empiezo a grabar porque estoy escuchando sonidos desde el baño muy raros. Y estoy solo en casa. Dentro del baño.
All of a sudden, the curtain starts to move, indicating that someone might be behind it. However, in that very instant, the curtain falls, only to reveal that there was nothing and no one behind it. And this was just the beginning. A few days after, it escalated even more.
Activar esto solo, tío. No se apaga. Se acaba de activar esto solo. Hola. Acabo de activar la cámara, chico, porque estoy escuchando sonidos de nuevo que vienen de la habitación. Hola. ¿Qué es lo que quieres? ¿Hay alguien en mi casa? ¿Hay alguna entidad? Mire, chico, mire. Hola.
It started to move objects around the house now and was even able to open and close doors by itself. Not a good sign, to be honest.
Señora, estoy grabando porque estoy escuchando otra vez los sonidos. Escuche. ¿Qué cojones? ¡Hostia! Coño. Se acaba de encender otra vez el aparato. encenderse eso.
¿Hola?
Coño. Soy un niño. ¿Qué cojones? No hay nadie.
Now, all of a sudden, the cries of a child started to be present in his house. And if that wasn't creepy enough, they seemed to be stemming right out of Francisco's bedroom.
¿Qué cojones? ¿Qué coño? ¿Qué cojones? No puedo creer. No lo puedo creer.
Francisco was so concerned that he even started contacting a local priest, and they exchanged messages about how to deal with this particular haunting in his home. The priest told him that this was a pretty dangerous situation, and that it sounded like the entity had attached itself to him, and unfortunately, there wasn't much the priest could do for him. And the following happened only a night after.
Eso. Eso.
A hand was visible at the edge of the curtain, and it appears that Francisco had managed to capture how it materialized, providing further evidence that what inhabited the house was completely real, perhaps even demonic. To this day, Francisco doesn't fully know what this thing is or what it wants from him, and the case is still ongoing. The next clip was uploaded by the channel Paranormal Explorers, a team of paranormal enthusiasts from the United Kingdom. In this short, the team is highlighting a recent find at an old castle that is currently uninhabited. This castle is reportedly under constant video surveillance and very secure, so it is reasonable to expect that the castle would be empty late at night. However, what the explorers captured tonight suggests something might be living within the castle walls.
Part of it burnt down at the back. The cameras all over it. Alarms and everything.
They did not realize it until they finished filming. They captured something in one of the upper floor windows.
Let's head on to the well. Got a 10-minute walk.
A shadow figure can be seen walking from right to left. The figure walks quickly and disappears out of sight behind the wall. Some viewers have also said that it looks like a woman in a white dress. What do you think? A trick of the eye or a true paranormal sighting? The following video was supposedly captured by a tourist on vacation who was exploring a local temple that day. Whilst just a few steps away from the location, he captured something quite strange right next to a statue. Some people say that this was possibly a spirit that manifested, and that stands in relation with the temple nearby. Could this be so? If that's not the case, maybe we just became witness to a strange camera occurrence. Perhaps even an artifact, who can say? The next clip was uploaded to Reddit by user John Slang, who captured this footage on his Ring surveillance camera outside his house at 5 AM. He wrote, "I think I caught a ghost on my Ring. Brightened the video with my iPhone. Keep an eye on the far left of the recording." John states that he has no idea who or what this could have been, and that he was pretty spooked by this sighting. Many commenters have mentioned that the figure in the video appears to be headless and dressed all in white. There's no surveillance footage showing any person entering the area, and John knows this is not a person from his household. Everybody was asleep at the time. So, was this a paranormal incident? Now we want to follow Korean ghost hunter and paranormal enthusiast Yan Si-won to an abandoned house in which, based on his description, a tragedy took place many years ago. He's trying to contact the spirit of the person that was being held captive there for a long time. He places a box down right in front of the room where this apparently took place. In the back, we hear his spirit box. After a few minutes in, something seems to be happening. Unbeknownst to the young man, there seemed to be a transparent shape moving by right behind him. Some think that this could have been a spirit that was roaming this area. Is this a possibility? What else could this have been? It certainly appears to be see-through. Well, whatever the answer, it is quite creepy. Late into the night, in the confines of her own kitchen, Peshka, a young woman, takes out her camera to record a video. The purpose behind the spontaneous recording was to showcase a recently acquired ice machine that has been giving her an eerie feeling. Peshka explains that this ice maker has a penchant for emitting peculiar, unsettling noises during the late hours. So, on one fateful night, as the ice machine could be heard again, Peshka ventures into the kitchen to capture these unsettling sounds on video. Peshka steps into the kitchen and, for a fleeting moment, captures the image of a young girl. Even more unsettling, this strange-looking figure vanishes into thin air the moment the light flickers back on. The question still lingers: did Peshka inadvertently capture something paranormal on her camera? Who can say? This video was recorded by a user called Cable Car Spy, and she states that one night when she was home alone in the house, she heard some inexplicable noises from the second floor. And then a moment after, the door in the living room started to move on its own. That's when she started recording. She shared the clip on Reddit afterwards and was looking for help. Let's check that out.
Okay, I don't know what is going on here. Oh my god. Oh my god. No way. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. No way. No way. There's nobody here. There's nobody here. There is nobody here. This is insane. Oh my god.
Did you notice it? Let's check that again. A man is peeking down the staircase to the left. And no, apparently it was not another family member. She didn't notice it at first, only after watching the replay. Which is pretty weird, isn't it? So we can rule out an intruder, if it isn't a friend of hers. Maybe a paranormal incident. Now we are taking a look at another really odd dashcam recording, which was taken by a man who was on the way home one night. He tells us that it is pretty uncommon to come across people on that road, since it's very narrow and not intended for pedestrians. It was also very late that night, slimming down the chances that anybody would decide to walk these streets. Nevertheless, he came across a strange woman. The woman seems to be wearing red clothing of some sorts, but she's not carrying any light source, meaning that she must have been walking up that road for hours in pitch darkness. But the man didn't think anything of it and drove past her, only to run into her again a few minutes later. How was that possible? How could the lady be walking up this pitch-black mountain road faster than a car? Of course this is impossible, and the man was sure that he must have captured a ghost that night.
That's the sweet spot, right where that son of... He's always there. He's gonna push me down the stairs someday.
This is an update on the continuous haunting that Donny Drunkard is experiencing in his home. In the past 2 years, he has filmed quite the number of terrifying events. Just to recap, a malevolent shadow figure is occupying his house, which he could even capture on film in the past. And believe me if I tell you that he had tried many times to expel this being in the past.
I heard you. You are not welcome here.
In this particular recording, one of Donny's stationary cameras upstairs apparently caught the shadow figure entering his bedroom before leaving it again, while he and his dog Terry were sleeping.
You saw him too. You saw that too, eh? Standing about this tall, rounded. It was a see-through black, just mass. It was there for 10-15 seconds when I opened up my eyes. As I went to get my phone to record, it just went zip, zip. off right down the hallway.
And the last scary incident we will check out today is paranormal activity unfolding in his kitchen, while a black flying object is recorded by another camcorder in his basement. Truly magnificent. What is your explanation for this? I do believe, Donnie. These things don't look like they are caused by an ordinary human. Does his house contain a gateway, perhaps, similar to the haunting of the Lamb House? The following recording was shared by Random Doge 47, and she tells us, I went to the Hartwood Insane Asylum in the UK and captured something peeking out of the left window and moving away to the left side. The whole building is locked and the lower floor windows are far too high to reach. And even if someone got inside, the whole upper floors are collapsed. So this is impossible. Let's take a look.
Oh my god, I need to go. I get that on video. I've just got that on video.
Now, the girl and her friend are both noticing that there seemed to be somebody standing in the top left window, and I would agree, it certainly looks that way. It is also noticeable how this person or thing just moves towards the left. It would almost look like this thing is floating though, and not taking steps. Could that be so? Are we witnessing a spirit here that maybe was just visiting this old building? Maybe somebody that lost their life there, or was it just a regular person after all? What is your opinion? Very mysterious. A clip recorded at an ordinary family home. But it seems that something else is living in their pantry.
What are you doing?
When are we gonna go see the movie?
After we eat, we'll go to the movie. My dad is in town. Yes, go for it.
Next, we want to look at the haunted case of Charlie the Golden 18's owners. I love their adorable golden retriever and I'm a big fan. Turns out the owner has another channel on which he's documenting paranormal activity that is unfolding in his home. The profile is called A.S. Dixon 1983. Not much info is given, other than there are paranormal events unfolding, and they have been documented by a security camera in their home. This is the first incident. I know that this could just be dust, but it is the beginning of something really interesting. In the next clip we see how their little cat is getting disturbed by what appears to be some eerie poltergeist activity. And then there's that noise. Nobody has any idea where it came from, but it startled the cat pretty good. What the camera has captured on one of the following days, though, is what I find the most disturbing. Let me rephrase that. It was the same night that, besides objects being thrown, there seems to be an apparition that could have been captured. It almost looks to me that a semi-transparent shape is disappearing through the crack of the door. What do you see? Do you think it's legit activity? I have to give them the benefit of the doubt here. I really find it fascinating, to be honest. Whatever this thing is. Ghost Tunnel. To follow up on some research they found on the internet, they came across something pretty inexplicable in their minds. Important to note, they state that they did not bring any flashlights at the time of their initial recordings and only came back with one after exiting the cave and running into a couple that actually had brought one way later. Let's take a look.
Whoa. I can hear your footsteps. I just seen a light at the end of the tunnel. What the f? Hello? What the f was that?
A mysterious light was seen right at the end of the tunnel. Given that nobody had a flashlight, it made them wonder what could have been the cause for that. Also, the cries for help were only discovered after the couple had returned home. Was it cries from the afterlife? In 1888, 30 people lost their lives right in front of the tunnel when a train crashed after the conductor had jumped off and left the machine, as well as several more fatal accidents that had taken place around the cave. Could this all be the reason for the residual energy that might have been captured on tape here? Who can say? The next video was posted by Channel 3T. The uploader wrote that this was an unknown creature that they managed to capture on the camera of their phone. One of the spookiest things about this video is that the uploader does not usually post paranormal clips. Their content is actually usually focused on dog agility. The video shows a dense forest. It appears that the uploader is out exploring what looks to be an old abandoned house. When he pens down to film the well, he does not expect to capture this.
Солнце не зашло, а как-то мрачно, очень мрачно. Еще и в колодце что-то шипит. Боже, тужик.
The video shows a terrifying white face peeking out from deep in the well, looking back up at him. The eyes shine bright blue, and some say it appears that there are even flames coming out of them. The mouth of the creature appears to be open, making the whole image that much creepier. After the sighting, the uploader is visibly startled and can be seen running away before the video ends abruptly. What do you guys think of this sighting? Is there any reasonable explanation for this face in the well? Was it just a skit? Or did something mysterious unfold here? On an urban exploration, there's a lot of things that can go wrong, or at least unexpected events that can unfold. The following has been captured by a user named Edgy Chris and Dom, and he ventured through an abandoned building with who appears to be his girlfriend. They were just exploring the rooms when he saw another person. although he thought they were alone at the time. Strange. Let's see.
I almost hit that. Yo, this place is crazy, bro. Oh, moms.
Hey,
What?
where are you going?
I swear I just seen something.
Don't fucking start that shit. Babe.
Bro, what the?
Right after the two make it into this part of the building, there appears to be a person moving into one of the rooms to the right. At least we can see a shadow. But when they go after it, they can't find anything. So the question has to be asked. Was it maybe something paranormal? I lean more towards a person that was also there, unknowingly of course. This video was uploaded by the channel Paranormal Explorers, and they visited the supposedly haunted Hill House farm to conduct a paranormal investigation. The channel owner states, "Looking through the English Heritage Historic Buildings listing page, I came across an entry for a 17th to 18th century gate pier at Link House Farm in Blythe. I wasn't aware of this gate pier, even though I must have passed it dozens of times. To be fair, it is not easily visible from the road. Link House Farm is something of an oddity, being a derelict range of farm buildings surrounding the modern beach leisure facilities. Now, let's see what they could come up with this night."
I hear a scream up here. Yeah. Careful with the floors, Dean. I'm not going any further than here. Because of the floors. In there. It's proper bad. There's loads of stuff left. I've got such a bad feeling standing here, mate. Yeah, proper. Look at that burner.
At this point, they capture something that they believe could be of paranormal nature.
Rascals, yeah.
What do you think? Is it maybe just a bug?
Rascals, yeah.
But they captured more than that. At this point they decided to venture even deeper into this building. And it is here where a possible shadow is rocking right in front of their camera.
Is anyone in the attic?
Is anyone here right now? Wants to communicate? Space Raiders. Is anyone there who wants to come?
Did you see that? Let's look at that again. I have captured a shadow figure like that myself in the Lamb House when I was checking out the bedroom upstairs, so I definitely think that this could be a legit capture. What is your opinion? Could it be something else?